Whomever I saw leave Mrs. Doe's home left in a hurry. Let's hope they don't return. Now, to break in without being caught. I hope to God Mrs. Doe has gone to bed. Smashed glass. I'd better be careful. Oh, could be useful. Hello, Mrs. Doe? Do not get caught, Robert. Won't budge. Mrs. Doe used something to pry it up. I should have been more prepared. There must be something down here I can use. Old photo frames. I hope none of my neighbours are watching me right now. What would they say? It looks too hot to touch. Makes my small flat look like a prison cell. And what are you looking at? stale water. Basement. Damn this wheelchair. Let's hope that worked. Now, if I can find the sweet spot. Smells old and dusty. It hasn't been used recently. And what's this? A family tree.
What on earth are you doing in my house, Mr. Conway?
Mrs. Doer.
It's Lady Doer to you. We live in polite society, last I checked.
Lady Doer. Let me explain.
It had better be a bloody good explanation. Go on.
There was an intruder in your house.
I'll say.
I believed they were here for Charlotte May. I believed you were in danger, so I came over to help.
And where is this so-called intruder now, Mr. Conway? I trust you tried to apprehend him.
Sadly, no.
So it's just you and your word, then? Your daughter's a police officer, Mr. Conway. You should have called her.
I believed your danger to be too immediate, my lady. I was concerned for your safety.
You can cut that nonsense out right away. If you were concerned about me, then you would have knocked on my door or checked on me. Instead, I come out to find you at this ungodly hour prying up my floorboards. This is clearly a matter for the police. And how, may I ask, did you know to look under there?
Look, I can see you don't suffer fools, my lady, so I'll just come out.
No need, Mr. Conway. You've been spying on all of us from your window. Not very subtle, if I do say so.
Very astute. But please, if I may, I merely came over to ask you a few questions.
I suppose you want to know why I stored my belongings under the floor.
I want to know why they're all children's belongings.
Charlotte May. I'm not given to the kidnapping of young girls.
Why don't you just tell me what you were doing then?
Very well. For the past few months, things have been going missing from my home. Bits and bobs, really, but as you can see, the simplest of things in this house would fetch a pretty penny. Last week it was one of my porcelain dolls. I'm of the suspicion that my maid is stealing from me, so I hid my most cherished possessions under my floorboards. I've had that silver mirror you just found since I was a small child. It's worth more than Dahlia View itself. Regrettably, my late husband and I, well, we don't have a child of our own to leave these things to. I see now that I should have hidden them better.
Your floorboards looked like a very good place to hide your things.
Indeed it was. Were you not spying on me?
Of course. But I have to wonder whether there might have been a better place. Don't you have a safe?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I only ask because the floorboards seem like the last option you'd choose.
I have money, Mr. Conway. I have possessions, and I have a safe. What I care about protecting are my memories. So I put them in a place that my maid wouldn't think to look.
Who is your maid, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I say maid. She is a glorified cleaner. Shirley Downs.
Shirley? Your neighbour?
Yes, she owns the pub next door. She needed a little extra cash, and I needed my house to stop falling apart.
I see.
Seemed like a good idea at the time.
Has she cleaned here long?
A handful of months. The upstairs, mainly. I have no interest in going up there these days. Too many memories, and I can only walk so far before my feet give in.
Do you think Shirley would break into your home? The intruder I saw. Could it be her, or someone you know?
You say you saw the intruder break in?
Well, out. They were picking the door, trying to lock it.
Picking it? What does that mean?
They had a... Trust me, they were up to no good with it.
I gave Shirley a key. I'm certain she has no need to do such a thing.
Lady Doa, would you allow me to search the upstairs of your property? I believe I may be able to shed some light on the situation, if you'd permit me.
We should call the police, surely.
Well, they haven't found Charlotte May yet, and they don't seem to be doing much about it. How about we postpone calling them for just a short while?
I do say, how Machiavellian, Mr. Conway. You ask me to lie to the police. To your daughter, no less.
Not at all. Just to postpone calling, in the pursuit of knowledge.
The stair lift. I believe it still works. There should be another wheelchair up there somewhere. My late husband's.
Thank you.
I haven't been up there for a year or two now. You will share what you find?
I can't promise anything.
And Mr. Conway, if the intruder is up there, you will be on your own.
Now, to find out what our intruder was up to. These look like maritime telescopes, older than me. Looks like I need some kind of lever to turn this. Locked from the other side. Locked. Of course it is. The Doa crest. Very fancy. Now, what's this?
Right. The time is 10:50 on the 22nd. Let's have another look.